Hi, and welcome to my channel. On this episode, I'm gonna show you how to make this awesome fireplace wooden mantle beam. It's a great project for anyone who's getting started in woodworking or wants to have a weekend DIY project. A lot of you have asked me, Philip, can you show me how to make a wooden fireplace beam? Can you show me how to make a mantle for my fireplace? Well, this project's for you. I've heard you and I want to show you how to make it. I'll have a link to the plans in the description below, and also if you're out there and you don't have the tools to make that, totally okay. I'll put a link in the description where you can order this at any shape or size. But what I want to do now is I want to show you step by step on how to make this and what you need to do and all the things you need to know. Let's get started. All right, for this project, you're gonna need some lumber. I decided to go with 1x6s that are 8 feet long. Now, you can choose any size that you want. It's totally a personal preference. I decided I want this size because this is the size that I want to make my mantle. I want to be about 5.5 inches tall and about 5.5 inches deep. And a 1x6 is just that, 5.5 inches. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this lumber and we're gonna put some miters on it. You might say, what is a miter? Very good question. A miter is a bevel or an edge that you're able to attach another piece of lumber to. To create that miter, we're gonna go use my table saw. And I'm gonna head over there and show you how to set this up. All right, now that we're over near my table saw, it's now time to cut the miter. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tilt this blade to be 45 degrees. That's the angle that we're gonna make the miter and join these boards up at. Now to do that, there's a flywheel on my table saw that I'm gonna turn, and there's markings that tell me when my blade is at 45 degrees. All right, before we go any further, I want to talk about how important it is that you get your angle degree cut perfect. Now, I've set my blade to 45 degrees using the factory gauges and mechanisms that are provided by the manufacturer of this table saw. Now, that varies depending on the quality and the type of table saw you have. And if you want to make sure that you get an exact 45 degree cut or any angled cut, I would recommend getting a Wixie. This thing is awesome. I love it because it is precise. And it's a digital gauge and showing different angles. And let me show you how this thing works. First, you're gonna wanna turn it on. Then you're gonna wanna set it on a flat surface and you wanna zero it out and you wanna push this little button. See, it's 0. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna attach it to whatever angle that you're trying to measure. And here, let me zoom in. And that says 45 degrees. So yeah, this blade in the manufacturer, when I turned it to 45, it is true. We're good to go. Let's start making our cuts. All right, that's the last long board that I had to put a bevel on. The next step is for me to make the end caps that go at either end. To do that, I'm gonna take this board and I'm gonna cut some boards out of this one right here using my miter saw, and then I'm gonna take those little square ends and put a little bevel on it again with my table saw. After that, I'm gonna show you how to make the French cleat. That's how we're gonna hang this mantle shelf. All right, so there you go. This is what you have is the end cap. You need to have 3 bevels, 1 on each side, and then you need it flush on the back side. This is the side that goes against the wall. This would be what it looks like on the inside, and then this is what it would look like on the outside. All right, let's move on to the next step. our next step is to make the mounting bracket that holds this mantle to the wall. To do that, I decided to use a French cleat. A French cleat is just a type of mounting bracket. You can use any type of style that you prefer, but I like this one because it's super easy to make. To do it, you're gonna use this extra piece that you have. This is the 4th board, and it has the 2 bevels on it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna rip it right down the middle and use this to make our French cleat. Let me show you how it's done. Alright, we've made our French cleats super simple. Just requires 2 pieces of wood with a 45-degree bevel on it. One attaches to the wall, and the other is going to attach to our mantle. Next, I'm going to show you how we're going to assemble this entire mantle piece, and then we're going to give it a nice sanding, stain, and then I'll show you how it all attaches to the wall. Alright, we have our French cleat here, and this is our top board. We're looking at the bottom view. This is the top view, as you would see it when it's all done, and I've just simply flipped it over, and the French cleat is going to attach to the bottom just like that. Now it's very important to note that this right here is oriented in the right position. If it's any other way, your French cleat won't work. To attach this French cleat to the bottom of this board, we're going to drill some pocket holes right in here and lay some glue down. Let's go do that. Alright, there you have it. There's the pocket holes. We're just gonna put some glue on the bottom and attach it. I like to use Tite Bond for all my wood glue. Reason being is the bond is really great, and I've never had issues with this glue. The one that I'm using right here is the Quick Thick. I like this just for these little tiny projects. Alright, so we're just gonna put this on the back. Just like that. And then we're gonna put some screws in, and that'll hold it in place, and we'll let that dry overnight. There's one. The reason why I do this versus using brad nails is you don't have any holes that you have to putty up. And these are really strong too. Alright, there you go. You can see, here's how it attaches. And then next, we're gonna brad nail everything together. Alright, so we just finished making the box. This is what it looks like. You can see it here. And it's going to hang on the wall just like that. We have our French cleat on the back. The next step is to take everything. We're going to weather this, and we're going to make some dents and some marks on it. And then we're going to sand it. Then we're going to put some stain and polyurethane on it, and we'll be done. right, now that we're done finished staining and polyurethaning our beam, it's now time to attach it to the wall. I had to go looking around my house to find a wall to demo this on, so we're actually in my basement. This is a plain wall that I have, has nothing on it, and I've actually located the studs where we're gonna actually be screwing this French cleat into, and I've already marked that on the wall. This is the cleat that you're gonna want, and you're gonna wanna attach it to the wall just like this, where you marked where the studs are. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna attach our beam. Let me show you how it's done. All right, it's installed. It looks great. I love how it turned out. It's a great project for anyone who's wanting to get started in woodworking or simply wants to create a wooden beam for their home or for their fireplace. If you have any questions about this project, please post them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Also, if you really like this, please smash that thumbs up button for me. I'd appreciate it. It helps other people find this video, and it helps me out as a channel as well. All right, guys. Well, till next time, I'll see you later.